come from a long line, high and low and in between, same as you. Hills are golden, piles of poison, time's thrown me through. And I believe I've come to learn to turn and round, is to become confusion. And a goal's no good for spending, and a poison's hungry waiting. What can you leave behind when you're flying lightning fast and all alone? Only a trace, my friend, spirit of motion born and direction grown. A trace that will not fade in frozen skies. Your journey will be. If a shadow ain't much company, who said it would be? There is a highway and a homemade loving kind, and the highway's mine. Us ramblers will get the traveling done. You fathers build with stones that stand and shine. Heaven's where you find it, and you can't take too much with you. Oh, but Daddy, don't you listen. It's just this highway talking. All things that are alive are brothers in the soil and in the sky. And I believe it with my blood, if not my eyes. I don't know why we can't be brothers here. I know we should be. Answers don't seem easy. I'm just wondering if they could be. From a long line, high and low and in between, same as you. Hills of golden, piles of poison, time's thrown me through. I believe I've come to learn that turning round is to become confusion. All the gold's no good for spending, and the poison's hungry waiting. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, everyone. Here's a Bob Dylan song that a lot of people haven't heard. It's called, I think it's called Ramblin' Gamblin' Willie. I think it's a real title. I think that's the real title, and that was the wrong key. Come gather around me, people, and a story I will tell about the greatest gambler y'all should remember well. His name was Willie O'Connelly, and he gambled all his life. Had 27 children, Lord, and never had a wife. That's kind of, you know, it works itself out. That's, you know what I mean? Well, you know, I've been thinking lately, you know, get a divorce and turn into a priest and give myself a little sex. I'm surrounded by crazy old friends of mine. It's the only reason I feel vibes coming. It's the only reason I would never have said it. I've never said it before. I'll never say it again. I think I know who's to blame too. My son Will met him for about 4 seconds, said, "Dad, that guy's crazy." I said, "No, he's not. He's not crazy." He says, "Dad, you're crazy too." Beware the Jabberwock. That's what they play tales don't talk. But this is a nice story. Come gather around me, people, and the story I will tell about the greatest gambler y'all should remember well. His name was Willie O'Connelly, and he gambled all his life. Had 27 children, Lord, and never had a wife. Ride, Willie, ride. Roll, Willie, roll. Wherever you're gambling now, nobody knows. Willie gambled in the White House and in the railroad yards. Wherever there was money, there was Willie and his cards. Had the reputation of the gamblingest man around. Why's it keep your husbands home when Willie come to town? Ride, Willie, ride. Roll, Willie, roll. Wherever you're gambling now, nobody knows. Way up in the Rocky Mountains in a town called Cripple Creek. Had him an all-night card game, it lasted about a week. 900 miners, they laid the money down. When the game was ended up, he owned the whole darn town. Ride, Willie, ride. Roll, Willie, roll. Wherever you're gambling now, nobody knows. Sailing down the Mississippi to a town called New Orleans. Had him an all-night card game aboard that Jackson Queen. I come to win some money, the gambling Willie says. When the game was ended up, the whole darn boat was his. Ride, Willie, ride. Roll, Willie, roll. Wherever you're gambling now, nobody knows. Oh, but Willie had a heart of gold, and this I know is true. He supported all his children, all their mothers too. Wore no rings or fancy things like other gamblers wore. Spread his money far and wide to help the sick and poor. Ride, Willie, ride. When you played your cards with Willie, man, you never really knew whether he was bluffing or whether he was true. You won a fortune from a man that folded in his chair. The man he left a diamond straight, and Willie didn't have a pair. Ride, Willie, ride. Oh, but late one evening during a poker game, man lost all his money. He said Willie was to blame. Shot poor Willie through the head, which was a tragic fate. When his cards fell to the ground, it was aces back with eights. Ride, Willie, ride. Roll, Willie, roll. Wherever you're gambling now, nobody knows. Ride, Willie, ride. Roll, Willie, roll. Wherever you're gambling now, nobody knows. Well, the moral to this story is very plain to see. Make your money while you can, that's how it's supposed to be. Make your money while you can before you got to stop. When you hit your dead man's hand, your gambling days are up. Ride, Willie, ride. Roll, Willie, roll. Wherever you're gambling now, nobody knows. Ride, Willie, ride. Roll, Willie, roll. Wherever you're gambling now, nobody knows. Thanks, everybody. Won't say I love you, babe. Won't say I need you, babe. But I'm gonna get you, babe. And I will not do you wrong. Living's mostly wasting time. I waste my share of mine, but it never feels too good. So let's don't take too long. Well, you're soft as glass, and I'm a gentle man. We got the sky to talk about and a world to lie upon. Days up and down they come, like rain on a conga drum. Forget most, remember some. Oh, but don't turn none away. Everything is not enough, and nothing is too much to bear. Where you been is good and gone. All you keep is a getting there. Well, to live's to fly low and high. So shake the dust off of your wings and the sleep out of your eyes. It's goodbye to all my friends. It's time to go again. Here's to all the poetry and the picking down the line. I'll miss the system here. The bottom's low and the treble's clear. They don't pay to think too much on things you leave behind. Well, I may be gone, but it won't be long. I'll be bringing back the melody and the rhythm that I find. We all got holes to fill. Them holes are all that's real. Some fall on you like a storm. Sometimes you dig your own. But choice is yours to make, and time is yours to take. Some dive into the sea, some toil upon the stone. Oh, to live's to fly low and high. But shake the dust off of your wings and the sleep out of your eyes. Oh, shake the dust off of your wings and the tears out of your eyes. Thanks, everybody. Well, here's a song I wrote. I used to live for a while during the summers up between Crested Butte and Aspen, around in there on horseback in the wilderness areas. I did that for about 8 years. And I'd stop playing the guitar, at the end of May, pick up the horse and go up there. And the only thing I learned was horses hate harmonicas. But I go, I go down to Crested Butte every, the West Oaks or the Maroons or somewhere, and I go down every couple of weeks and get supplies, rice and salami and stuff like that. And tie one on and gamble with all the miners, And then go back up. And after about 5 years of that, 5, 6, 8 years, got to where I was going down to Crested Butte. Instead of every 2 weeks, I was going down about every 45 minutes. So that was the end of that period. But during the... But I wrote a couple of songs up there, and here's one I wrote. This is called the Buckskin Stallion Blues. I always say this is half about a horse and half about a girl, and I still miss the horse. I heard her sing in tongues of silver. I heard her cry on a summer storm. I loved her, but she did not know it, so I don't think about her anymore. Now she's gone and I can't believe it, so I don't think about her anymore. If 3 and 4 were 7 only, where would that leave 1 and 2? If love can be and still be lonely, where does that leave me and you? Time there was and time there will be, where does that leave me and you? Well, if I had a buckskin stallion, I'd tame him down and ride away. And if I had a flying schooner, I'd sail into the light of day. If I had your love forever, sail into the light of day. Pretty songs and pretty places, places that I've never seen. Pretty songs and pretty faces, tell me what their laughter means. Some look like they'll cry forever, tell me what their laughter means. If I had a buckskin stallion, I'd tame him down and ride away. If I had a golden galleon, I'd sail into the light of day. If I had your love forever, sail into the light of day. Well, the man down at this used car lot tried to sell me 4 wheels and a trunk. I said, man, there ain't no engine. He said, engine, just a bunch of junk. You don't need no engine to go downhill. I can plainly see that's the direction you're headed in. And he handed me the key. I said, no deal. You can't sell that stuff to me. Oh, no deal. We're headed back to Tennessee. I went to a doctor of the highest order. He said I couldn't have a drink for a year. One glass of wine on my birthday. If my birthday wasn't too very near. Well, he must have put me in a state of shock, because I made it for about 2 weeks. And he sent me a bill that knocked me flat off the wagon and back down on my feet. I said, no deal. You can't sell that stuff to me. Oh, no deal. I'm headed back to Tennessee. Well, when true love knocked upon my door, I just barely turned 35. Well, that verse is pretty easy to blow off anyway. I have a friend, Guy Clark's a good buddy of mine, and sometimes we play together, and we play this song sometimes, because I've known, 25 years, and we've managed to work up 2 songs, and this is one of them, right? And he always makes me sing this verse. So I don't know that verse. So, man, why don't you learn it? I love straight guys. Boy, I love to hear them squeak when they have to turn around the corner. There's a real, all of this stuff, all of the, tragedy and the joy, all going on in the world right now. And here I sit singing this ridiculous song. Kind of makes your skin crawl. But my dad told me never apologize in advance. So, and I've always had a theory: if you start a song, man, do your very best to finish it. And it so happens that I happen to know the rest of this song, so if I won't be able to go to sleep tonight if I don't finish it. I'm not gonna do the knocking part again. Okay? That's what threw me off. Well, when true love knocked upon my door, she just barely turned 16. I was a little bit nervous, still nervous, if you know just what I mean. But I'd heard somewhere that true love conquers all. I figured that was that. I started having dreams about being chased out of town wearing nothing but my cowboy hat. So that's all, it's over almost. Well, I come through this life a stumbler, friends, and I expect to die that way. Could be 20 years from now. Could be most any day. But if there ain't no whiskey and women, Lord, up behind them heavenly doors, I'm going to take my chances down below. Of that you can be sure. It's the most serious this song has ever. It's pretty serious. Listen, boy. No deal. You can't sell that stuff to me. no deal. I'm headed back to Tennessee. Well, it's no deal. You can't sell that stuff to me. Well, no deal. I'm headed back to Tennessee. Days full of rain, sky's coming down again. Man, I get so tired of these same old blues, same old song. Oh, baby, it won't be long. I'll be tying on my flying shoes, flying shoes, flying shoes. I'll be tying on my flying shoes. Spring only sighed, summer had to be satisfied. Fall is a feeling that I just can't lose. I'd like to stay, maybe watch a winter day turn the green water to white and blue. Flying shoes, flying shoes, turn the green water to white and blue. The mountain moon forever sets too soon, and being alone is all the hills can do. Alone, and then her silver sails again, and I will follow in my flying shoes, flying shoes. I will follow in my flying shoes. Full of rain, sky's coming down again. Man, I get so tired of these same old blues, same old song. Oh, baby, it won't be long. I'll be tying on my flying shoes, flying shoes. I'll be tying on my flying shoes. Thanks, everyone. We'll play a couple more here. His old song. Well, my home is Colorado, with her proud mountains tall, where the rivers like gypsies and her proud mountains fall. But I'm a long way from Denver, with a long way to go. Lending ear to my singing, 'cause I'll be back no more. Well, I left as a young man, not full 17, all with nothing for company but the wind and a dream about all the fast ladies and living I'd find when I left my proud mountains and rivers behind. Well, I roll and I ramble like a leaf in the wind, and I found my fast ladies and some hard living men. Well, some are down under, some are rambling yet. Well, I made me some friends, Lord, that I won't soon forget. Well, sometimes when hungry, with my pockets all bare, and I sometimes had good luck and money to share. Oh, but as for me, I'm headed back home, out to high Colorado, never more for to roam. So friends, when my time comes, as surely it will, just carry my body out to some lonesome hill, or lay me down easy where the cool waters run, with nothing but my mountains between me and the sun. All my home is Colorado. Thanks, you guys. Thanks. I'll play a couple more songs. Here's a real, pretty goofy one. This guy comes charging into this bar, and it's about, 3 in the afternoon. The bartenders, nobody in the bar, and the bartenders, got his desk deal on the bar. Guy comes crashing through the door, man. He's, God, just give me a drink quick before the trouble starts. He looks around and goes, quick, another one, quick, a double. And the bartender kind of snaps. He says, hey, what is the trouble? The guy says, I ain't got no money. Let me tell this one, just because some of y'all, I know a lot of y'all have heard this, but some people haven't. This is kind of a classical type joke. This guy's knee-walking drunk, knee-walking, pitiful drunk, and staggers out of this bar and he bumps right into a giant cop. Policeman looks down at him, and he says, what do you think you're doing? The guy looks up, he says, officer, am I glad I found you? And the cop says, oh, great, what do you want? And the guy says, somebody stole my car. And the policeman says, well, where was your car? He says, it was right on the end of this key. So the cop says, look, I got an idea. He says, why don't you get in the back of my car and we'll go downtown and all the nice people will help you find your car. So, boy, thank you, officer, thank you very much. Starts to get in the car. And the cop says, look, before we go downtown, buddy, you think maybe you ought to zip up your fly? He looks down. Says, man, they got my girl, too. Here's a talking blues song. I haven't played this for a while. This is about the first time I ever had any Thunderbird wine. Among the strangest things I ever heard, this friend of mine said, man, let's get some Thunderbird. I said, what's that? He just started to grin, slobbered on his shirt, his eyes got dim. He says, you got 59 cents? I said, man, I got $1, but don't be a smart aleck. I ain't going to spend it on no Indian relic. He said, Thunderbird's not an Indian trinket. It's a wine, man. You take it home and drink it. I said, it don't sound like wine to me. He said he'd bet me the change for my $1. Well, we hustled on down to the nearest shoe totem. The guy wanted my ID. I whipped out and showed him. He got a green bottle from the freezing vault, and my friends started doing backward somersaults through the cottage cheese. We took it back to his house, started drinking, and pretty soon I set into thinking. Man, this Thunderbird is yum, yum, yummy, and I know it's doing good things to my tummy. That's the way you reason when you're on that crap. Well, we got a few more bottles and chugged them down. I pulled myself up off the ground. So I'd go see my dear sweet wife. She met me at the door with a carving knife. Said, get them damn grape peels from between your teeth. I could see we're going to have a little misunderstanding. I said, dear, I better get in touch with you later. She said, forget it, man. You're never touching me again. Now I've seen the light and I've heard the word, and I'm staying away from that old Thunderbird. The message come from heaven, radiant and fine, and now all I drink is communion wine. 6 days a week. Thanks, everybody. But a guy named Peter Lafarge wrote this song, and he was I'm not sure what tribe of Indian he was from, but he was an Indian. He died in 1965. he did a bunch of stuff, and then one of them was write this song. This is about, it's called The Ballad of Ira Hayes. Ira Hayes is one of the guys who, you know that Marine statue where they're pushing up the flag, those guys, he was one of those guys. Well, come gather around me, people. A story I'd like to tell about a brave young Indian that you should remember well. From a tribe of Pima Indians, a proud and noble band that farmed the Phoenix Valley down in Arizona land. Well, down the ditches for 10,000 years the sparkling waters rushed, and a white man stole the water rights, and all the running waters hushed. Now Ira's folks go hungry, and their farms grow crops of weeds. When war came, Ira volunteered, forgot the white man's greed. You call him drunken Ira Hayes, he won't answer anymore. Not the whiskey drinking Indian, the Marine that went to war. Well, they battled up Iwo Jima Hill, 250 men, and only 27 lived to walk back down again. When that fight was over, when Old Glory raised, among the men that held her high was the Indian Ira Hayes. Call him drunken Ira Hayes, he won't answer anymore. Well, Ira came back a hero, and he was celebrated throughout the land. He was wined and speeched and honored. Everybody shook his hand. He was just a Pima Indian. No money, no home, no chance. In Arizona, no one cared what Ira had done. It's when did the Indians dance? So Ira started drinking hard. Jail was often his home. They let him raise the flag and lower it like you'd throw a dog a bone. Well, he died drunk early one morning, all alone in this land he'd fought to save. 2 inches of water in a lonesome ditch was a grave for Ira Hayes. Call him drunken Ira Hayes, he won't answer anymore. Not the whiskey drinking Indian, the Marine that went to war. Yeah, call him drunken Ira Hayes, but his land is still as dry, and his ghost is lying thirsty inside the ditch where Ira died. Thanks, everybody. Headed out on the highway, listen to them big trucks whine. Headed out on the highway, Listen to them big trucks whine. White Freightliner, won't you steal away my mind? Well, New Mexico ain't bad, Lord. The people that they treat you kind. Well, New Mexico ain't bad, Lord. The people that they treat you kind. White Freightliner, won't you steal away my mind? If you see Miss Caroline, tell her that I'm doing fine. If you see Miss Caroline, tell her that I'm doing fine. White Freightliner, won't you steal away my mind? What's bad news from Houston? Half my friends are dying. Bad news from Houston. Half my friends are dying. White Freightliner, won't you steal away my mind? Well, Lord, I'm gonna ramble till I get back to where I came. Lord, I'm gonna ramble till I get back to where I came. White Freightliner, gonna haul away my brain. Headed out on the highway, listen to them big trucks whine. Headed out on the highway, listen to them big trucks whine. White Freightliner, won't you steal away my mind? White Freightliner, won't you steal away my mind? Thanks, everybody. I'm headed out to Denver, see if I can't find I'm headed out to Denver, see if I can't find that loving Colorado girl of mine. With a promise in her smile, the shame's a mountain as tall. What a promise in her smile, the shames of mountains tall. She can bring the sun to shining, or tell the rain to fall. Been a long time, Mama, since I heard you call my name. Been a long time since I heard you call my name. Gotta see my Colorado girl again. Be there tomorrow. Oh, baby, don't you cry. Be there tomorrow. Oh, mama, don't you cry. Gonna tell these lonesome Texas blues goodbye. I'm headed out to Denver, see if I can't find I'm headed out to Denver, see if I can't find that loving Colorado girl of mine. That loving Colorado girl of mine. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you next time around. Thanks.